My name's Frank Ciccio, 2665 Middle River Drive, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm here to talk about the mural that I was hired by the city in the Oakland Park Main Street. I've been doing this 27 years as a professional. I have clients such as Philip Morris, Sara Lee Cakes, Champion Porsche Audi. I did the Vespa building. I did Broward Subs. I have books in Barnes and Nobles. You can see by the resume that I gave you. I did this job to get involved and do a good thing for the community. I know Jaco as a person. I followed him since high school, not realizing it was him until I got this job. I used to listen to Weather Report. So this job meant a lot to me. I was very honored to get the job. And I took a lot less for the job. The job, if I was to do it at the price I should have charged, would have been $130,000. That wasn't the price. Okay, then I was contracted. All the paperwork you have, you can reference to what I'm talking about. There were payments to be made. I wasn't paid on time. There was a June 1st payment that was due that I got partial payment on. Then there was, soon after that, dissatisfaction of my work. Then, they were saying, oh, it's not detailed enough. I do things a certain way. I'm not done until I'm done. So you can't prejudge my artwork or any artwork until it's finished. And if you'll read in the contract, that's how it was to be. So 70% through the job, I had videoed and filmed it. I had a film guy out there. At some points, we had 3 film people out there at my cost. Other costs were incurred. Then they wanted to change the contract on me, which I wasn't in agreement with any of it. They had a meeting. They wanted to bring another artist in and give him 30% of my pay and let him finish it, go over my artwork, because they chose to say my artwork wasn't good enough. So you have pictures and viewing. Now it's white, though. And that was done. My lawyer, in there you'll find our lawyer's letters. We tried to contact them after they terminated me, saying that I didn't abandon anything. You weren't paying me. I have to have money to work. They didn't meet the contract of what it was due to be paid. That's why it didn't get done the way it was supposed to. Then they were using my design. After they terminated me, they're using my design. Then I wasn't in agree with anything. I was ready and willing to do the work, and you'll see by my lawyer's letters, and I didn't instruct anybody to white out that wall. That was only to be done if we took legal action, because then you weren't going to let me finish. And then nobody contacted anybody. They wouldn't answer our lawyers. They wouldn't talk to me. I was only to get in touch with them by writing. So then they one day whited the wall out without contacting me or the city or anybody. They took this into their own hands, destroyed 70% of my job. And I'm still, at this point, the contract is not void. It hasn't even expired. I have till September 30th to finish this. And I'm still willing to finish it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Mark Budwig, president of Oakland Park Main Street and 500 Northeast 9th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale.
John Pastorius, son of Jaco Pastorius, Palm Beach, Florida, 1251 Southwest 4th Avenue.
I would like to just give you an update on the facts of why we have a white wall in Jaco Pastorius Park. First off, I want to let you know that Oakland Park Main Street and our board of directors is taking full responsibility for completion of a new mural without any additional funds coming from the city of Oakland Park other than what is already contracted for. We first started this project in May following your city commission approval of the mural with Frank Ciccio. Mr. Ciccio was compensated per our schedule until concerns arose in early July about the lack of progress and the quality of the details. In our July 09 Oakland Park Main Street board meeting, we reached a consensus to pay Ciccio another installment with the understanding that we wanted to see one Jaco Pastorius figure completed. We had a meeting on July 16th And we came up with three alternatives. Either Mr. Ciccio was going to finish the project based on the quality of the detail being there, he was going to collaborate with another artist, or we were going to turn this over to a third artist. Mr. Ciccio represented that within 24 hours after this meeting, he was going to get back to us with his decision on which route he was going to go. We never heard from him again. We waited a week. We made various attempts to reach him, and we couldn't. We then sent him a letter from myself with the decision to terminate the contract, and we sent that certified mail. On 7/29 and 8/26, you guys have all gotten copies. We got copies from two different attorneys demanding payment. The attorney suggested that the mural be white walled if we were not moving forward, as the artwork was claimed copyright to Mr. Ciccio. So to avoid any embarrassment to the city of Oakland Park, its residents, the city, we chose to paint the wall white. We had spent countless hours on this, and we regret that we did not consult the commission, as time was of the essence. We sincerely apologize to you. That's why I'm here tonight. We're very sorry we didn't consult you, but we think we made the right decision.
All right, as I said, I'm Jaco Pastorius, and I'm Senior Vice President of Jaco Pastorius Incorporated, the successor entity that is involved in everything to do with Jaco Pastorius at this time. And, you know, I just want to say thank you again. I mean, there's nothing that makes us more proud than to have a park in Oakland Park that named after our father, all right? And the mural is a very important part of this park. But first of all, just to establish who we are, there's other factions and there's other political agendas involved. We are the sole controller of Jaco Pastorius Rock. We're not Robert Rutherford's Jaco Park. We're not Ingrid Pastorius. Other family members. Jaco Pastorius Incorporated is me, myself, my brother, my sister, my other brother, and my two uncles. Okay, and we control everything. So when it comes down to the important thing with this, with the mural, was that the artistic integrity and that the actual image was correct. My father was one of the most meticulous artists ever. Nothing was more important to get it done correctly. And to a man involved in my family, we were all appalled at the image of my father. I mean, the thought of driving down Dixie Highway and seeing that representation of my father made me sick, honestly. And I was, obviously I didn't want to, ruffle feathers, or my family didn't want to, but it was unacceptable. And the thought of wasting that kind of money on a person who did not live up to what he promised is horrible. Taxpayer money, it's not, I mean, it's the worst thing you can ever happen when something like this. But, the hardest decisions are never easy, but it was the right decision to make that wall white. My dad would have painted it over himself if he was still alive, all right? And I don't care if we have to be involved raising money to do it. That was the best decision made involving that mural. And to avoid these kind of things in the future with Sigi Constantine and the Oakland Park Main Street, or to be a more collaborative effort through our company. And that way, as far as artistic integrity and the things that are more, that keeps this thing personal and more involved with my father, because at the end of the day, it's about, the city and my father. And a lot of times my dad gets lost in the shuffle over political agendas and stuff like that. People trying to make their own points or position themselves to be important. But that's the most important thing, to get it done right.
Jaco Pastorius' face on the south wall, and the collage, which was a collaborative effort with another artist for the east wall. It would be... We put, this is a projection. That is one of the concepts that we're showing you tonight. We're not showing you one final piece of art.
With respect to the mural, if I could comment on the mural, I think there's, personally for me, there's too much black.
If you feel it's too black, the artist is here. We could discuss it at a later time. Could have different tonal values. It wouldn't have to be all black, but I don't want to speak for the artist.
I've seen this as their project, not a city-initiated project. It was a Main Street-initiated project, and I don't think we should be having our personal opinions in.
So who will the residents call then if they don't like the mural on a city building?
I don't want anybody making decisions to paint us over a city building until they come to the commission.
To me, it's a matter of trust. If they can't trust them to do it, then we'll just can it.
That made me sick.